Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game, man. All right, man. I just wanted to do a video just breaking down some facts for you guys, before I went to the gym. At the end of the day, as I told you guys, you're going to have people with these channels that's going to tell y'all the half truth, that ain't going to present y'all facts, that's going to push a false narrative because at the end of the day, they got personal vendettas against people. So whatever they going to do to basically hate on the dude and shit on the dude and try to run his name through the mud, they going to do it. Because at the end of the day, they not telling y'all the truth. Like I said, I don't have no horse in the race. And I'm finna tell y'all the truth. About how these dudes be getting on they channels, like putting out bullshit ass videos and don't be knowing what the fuck they talking about for the most part. Because like I said, a lot of these dudes is just, nut huggers of a certain promoter or basically a manager or whatever you want to call him, who not really a promoter, but he acts as if he's a promoter. Like I keep saying, these dudes keep talking about dudes got a boss and all that type of shit, and talked about they own promoter and all that type of shit. Well, if they own promoter, how come they ain't putting up the money for fights? As I keep saying, since people talking about Terrence Crawford work for Bob Arum, well, if these dudes, they own promoter, then how come they ain't financing fights with their own money? How come they ain't putting up their own money for fights? Yeah, that's what I thought. Be quiet, okay? Stop with the nut hugging. But now earlier today, I put out a video where basically I talked to Kenny Porter. Kenny Porter said that he talked to Shawn, and Shawn is willing to fight Bud Crawford. And that's fine and dandy. Okay? That's fine. I don't have a problem with that fight. But the problem I have is if the fight doesn't happen and you got a lot of these PBC nut huggers, sitting up there, talked about it's a duck. And you know what I'm saying? It's a duck if Bud don't fight Shawn Porter. And even if Bud was to fight Shawn Porter, people would come with a new narrative. They would change the narrative instantly. Now, first of all, let's just keep it 100. Bud is absolutely correct when he says Shawn doesn't have a belt. Shawn doesn't have a belt, and Shawn is coming off his last fight, which was a loss to Errol Spence. Once again, people seem to forget that. Now, when Shawn had a title, he wasn't checking for Bud. He said Bud is his friend, and he said he wasn't going to fight him. He said, but he wasn't afraid of him. Now, nobody said anything. Nobody accused Shawn of ducking Bud. But because you have people that despise Bud for whatever reason, because basically he don't do interviews with certain people to where basically they can't, I guess monetize it and all that, they have an issue with him. So, they just want to say, oh, well, he's ducking this dude, he's ducking that dude. Because like I said, a lot of these dudes don't know what the fuck they talking about. They just push the record button and they don't have their facts straight. Or they do have facts, but they don't tell you the whole side of the story because they trying to push a certain agenda. Okay? Bud would be doing Shawn a favor if he fought Shawn. And I'm just keeping it 100. He would be doing Shawn a favor. And I'm going to show you why. Now, no matter how much evidence I present to people, they're going to make up something. They're going to come up with some kind of excuse. Because at the end of the day, some of y'all just don't want to believe shit even when people present the evidence to you. But I'm finna show you guys something. Real talk. And I'm going to show you why Bud doesn't owe Shawn anything and why Bud doesn't have to fight Shawn if he doesn't want to. And this is fact. Let me show you the evidence. Or let me just show you something that a lot of these YouTube boxing channels don't want to show you. They don't want y'all to see the truth. They not telling y'all the truth. Because like I say, they fanboys of either Al Heyman or Errol Spence. And that's what it come down to. And I'm going to keep cooking y'all asses when you come on my channel with that bullshit. But let me show you guys something. I'm going to let y'all see for yourself. Hold on right quick. All right, you guys. So here is the WBA rankings. You know, super lightweight rankings. You got Jose Ramirez. Now, the welterweight is Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford is the WBO welterweight champion. You know, the belt that sometimes the PBC acknowledges and sometimes they don't. Okay, well, let me show you who Bud's #1 contender is. Danny Garcia is the #1 contender for the WBO belt. So it would make more sense for Bud to fight Danny Garcia. Okay? And this is the WBO top 15 rankings. So let's go all the way down. Ennis is number 13. Okay, Virgil Ortiz is number 3. Olympius is number 2. Now here go the top 15. Shawn Porter isn't even in the top 15 as far as contenders for the WBO. So it would kind of look like if Bud elected to fight Shawn over Danny Garcia, it would almost look like it's a duck, but we already know that Danny Garcia ain't been trying to fight Bud Crawford. You know, keep in mind his dad called him a nappy head nigga and all that shit, and was like talked about he on that Pablo Escobar stuff, but then, but they've yet to make a fight. Now, keep in mind, I ethered y'all about that Amir Khan shit when people said, oh, well, Amir Khan got $7 million and they only offered Danny Garcia $3 million and he beat Amir Khan. And as I told you, why didn't Danny Garcia just ask for more money? That's what you do in a negotiation. You negotiate. Now, this is the proof right here. Danny Garcia should actually be next for Bud if Bud chooses to fight the #1 contender. This is just real talk. Danny Garcia is the #1 contender for the WBO. Shawn Porter is not even ranked. But then you got these people on here talked about it's a duck. If Bud don't fight him. Shawn Porter lost his last fight. And we ain't finna go into that, well, Shawn beat Danny. Well, you know what? And Danny won his last fight. And Shawn didn't. Shawn lost his title. So I'm just presenting y'all the evidence. See, this is what these dudes don't tell y'all. See, they don't put these videos out because, like I said before, they pushing a narrative. They pushing a false narrative. They don't tell y'all the truth. I told you, I have no horse in the race. All I want is the best fighting the best. But when people get on when people start putting out phony information or withholding information, at the end of the day, you got to let the fans see what's going on. Danny Garcia is the #1 contender for the WBO. Now, I know it's people that's going to be in denial no matter what. But it's not a duck if Bud elects not to fight Shawn Porter. He doesn't have to. Shawn don't got no damn belt. And he lost his last fight. If Danny Garcia wins his next fight, then him and Bud makes all the sense in the world. So I'm just keeping it 100, man. Like I said, I have no horse in the race. Ask yourself this, for the people that's just pushing this agenda that Bud ain't fought nobody, he don't want to fight nobody, and all this type of shit. Well, once again, like I said, he's been willing to come across the street. At the end of the day, man, these dudes on the PBC side, a lot of these dudes just being protected. And it is what it is. But like I said, I ain't sold out. I have no horse in the race. I just want y'all to know the truth. Once again, Bud do not have to fight Shawn Porter. I would be okay with the fight, but he doesn't owe it to Shawn Porter because, like I said, when Shawn Porter had a belt, was he checking for Bud? Absolutely not. Let's just keep it 100. But once again, this ain't even about Errol Spence. This ain't about the PBC. This is about people that's just putting out bullshit videos, not telling y'all the truth. You can look this information up. Once again, Danny Garcia is the #1 contender for the WBO. Shawn Porter isn't even ranked in the top 15. He's not a contender. That's what I'm trying to say. So it would almost look like Bud is skipping over people to fight Shawn Porter. And once again, Shawn Porter lost his last fight. I'm just keeping it 100, you guys. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.